I know Yale has a thing that's called, which is available for students on financial aid, called the International Summer Award, which is basically exactly that. It's funding that's available for students who are trying to do something international. It's just that, it's an award. It's money that they give you to do something outside the United States. Now, obviously you submit a proposal as well, but this is specifically for students on FinAid who want to do something outside of the country. So it'll take a lot of different forms. It will be specific to your school, of course. The funding might be available in different pockets. It might be available under a different name, depending on where you go to school. But I'm sure at this point, you're wondering, okay, so clearly you both are telling me that this funding exists. It's in places. I'm not sure where to find it. Typically, if there are study abroad opportunities at your school, chances are your school will have something akin to an office of study abroad. That's literally what it was called at Yale. It was called we just called it the study abroad office. That will be that resource for you to bounce ideas around and will make you aware of what types of funding, what scope of funding is available for the things that you want to do. So if you, as a first year student, you might approach the study abroad office and say, hey, I studied Chinese in high school. I really want to do that in college. What sorts of opportunities might be available for me to do that? And the study abroad office, if it exists at your school, will basically say, okay, these are your options based on what you're trying to do. Let's make a plan. In the same way that we always tell you, all right, you'll get approached by academic advisors who will say, okay, let's make a plan for how we can get you to do what you want to do. The name of the game oftentimes in college, and this is on a more macro level, is the resources are there. Oftentimes it's just knowing where to look and finding the right people to talk to. That's definitely the case in academics, and it's also the case most of the time in study abroad. Those resources, the funding is likely there. It's just about knowing where to look. So chances are your school will have some sort of organized administrative body to help organize study abroad and make it possible. So definitely take note, do your research into who those people are. Ask your advisors or any other admin at your college who those people might be and who you can get in touch with in order to help you figure that out. But Alex, you mentioned that a lot of the study abroad that you did was focused on migration. And obviously you were a public policy major in undergrad. Was any of this tied to your academics and what you were majoring in, or what you saw yourself doing in the future, or was this sort of separate from your studies?
So it wasn't related necessarily to my public policy degree. Some of the classes that I did take, for example, in that semester-long program, would satisfy some of my public policy requirements. But overall, it was more just something I was interested in. I took a few classes on migration and specifically refugees my freshman year, and I was really interested in that and said, okay, this is something I might want to be